What is going on, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters? Before we get started, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, all that nonsense. As a matter of fact, I should put the Discord link to the chat. So I just got home from work, and apparently, some people were hitting me up talking about, hey, did you hear? Did you know that 4K Who and the Snyder ball lickers were waiting for you to debate? And I'm like, when was this? I'm like, what? When did this happen? When did this occur? Because you have to understand, I'm not online all that much, and most of my online engagement is mostly on social media like Twitter, Instagram, which is why I always say, hey, if you're going to follow me, follow me. If you're going to send me a message, just do it on Twitter or Instagram, and most likely I will get back to you. So that's what happened. But let me read the chat real quick. Let me put some music on because I need that ambience. I need that ambiance because this is hilarious to me. Where is it? There we go. Put some music on. There we go. All right, let's get back to the chat. The Metal Viking, hello. First of all, I love that Terrifier statue. That's awesome. This has got to be some next level trolling. LOL. Are you both working together to create some fake beef or something? First of all, there's no beef. There's no beef on my behalf. It's just reality that the guy's terrified to debate me over a Superman movie, over a comic book movie, and the man is terrified to debate me one-on-one about it, which I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious all on its own. Bro, you can't debate me on Superman, on a comic book movie. That's funny. Saeed235. I mean, it doesn't look like that. Hello, how are you? There are sick people that are so obsessed with fictional movies and want to argue about it. Well, I think it's healthy, and I think it's fun to debate comic book movies. Especially, it's even more fun when you disagree. When you disagree with someone over a comic book movie, and you have strong opinions about your disagreement. I think it's fun, and I think it's enlightening to hear the opposite side of the opposing view. Edge, hello, Edge. I don't know if you're aware, 4KO said he would debate if you were maskless. I told him that was so dumb. What? Was that his rule? I will only debate you if you take off your mask. I'm like, I don't know what my mask has to do. Are we doing a fashion show where we're grading each other's appearance? Like, bro, if I was to debate someone, I don't give a shit what you're wearing. You could wear a Barney outfit for all I care. I'm not interested in your appearance. I'm interested in your thoughts. I want to hear your opposing views. That's the whole point of a debate. Like, okay. Like if someone said, like, I've debated people over comic book movies, and not once did they ever say to me, hey, you can't be on my show because you're wearing a mask. Like, bro, like, they don't care. Like, they don't care what I wear. They care about what I have to say. That's the whole point of a debate. So you can go back and forth on your viewpoints. That to me, that shows me that he's scared. That to me is okay. That shows me that your bro's terrified. It's stupid, honestly. I would agree. The Metal Viking. CTV85 bullshit. Cancel Truth 31. Well, the only thing that's canceled is the Snyderverse. So, I mean, good luck to you on that one. And I agree with the mask thing. As soon as you put your face out there, your identity is exposed. Some people like to be private. That's just how it is. I agree with that, but that's not why I wear a mask. To me, when I debate someone, I think it's funnier when I win the debate and I just clown them wearing this. Like the fact that I'm debating someone wearing a 25-year-old mask, a hoodie, Batman sweatpants, and a 1,000-year-old Superman hoodie. The fact that I win and the fact that they're terrified. Like the fact that 4KO is terrified of the fact that he can't win a debate, especially when he knows I would just clown him on every topic wearing this ridiculous like to me like this is stupid, right? The hoodie, the mask, the Superman, Batman sweatpants. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. Like what the fuck is this guy wearing? But that's what makes it funnier when I debate someone and I actually bring coherent viewpoints and make smart points to my argument. I think that makes it funnier. And so that's why I wear the mask and the hoodie and the sweatpants. Destroy Marthaverse. Funny. Mattel Maid. Hello, Mattel Maid. Wait, Truth has to take his mask off to debate. What does his appearance have to do with anything? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's dying to see me. I don't know. I really don't know. Destroy the Marthaverse. Hilarious. I know Mattel, it's stupid. I agree. Derpy Entertainment, my glorious king. What's up, Derpy Entertainment? Yo, that is so sensitive. Why do you want Truth's face to be? Well, here's my thing. I don't know why it matters, right? If we're debating, like, who cares? Like I don't care what you're wearing. Like, I don't care. I just want to debate. Like, just debate me, bro. Like, why is 4K so scared to debate me? I can't debate him unless he takes his mask off. Like, bro, like, who cares? Like, who cares? Just debate me. I don't know. Is there a rule? Well, and what did he say? Did he say on his channel? I don't know. Because again, I don't know that he was apparently there was a debate today that I wasn't aware of. like in order to debate someone, you have to let the other person know, hey, I'm going to debate at this time. I'm going to hit you up. So and send me a link so that I can show up. Because I like if you don't tell the other person that they're debating, like hello, like what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Everett Lloyd, what's good? Wow, Truth, this is insane. Hadouken, what's up? I asked him if he spoke to you directly, if he confirmed, but of course he never responded. Yeah, of course, of course. Because I just saw the notifications today and they were like, Truth, are you going to debate? I'm like, debate who? 4KO. I'm like, did he send me a link? I was like, bro, like, you have to send me a link. You have to let me know. Like, that's how it works. And again, my socials are plain as day. Like, you can hit me up anytime. Like, you can DM me. Anyone can DM me on my Instagram or Twitter. And I'll get to that in a second. He was talking to some girl that my mind bringing up someone's personal life just out of order. Of course. Of course. Because that's all they can do. Because he's terrified. They're terrified. Bro, like, I'm not, like, you don't have to be scared of me, bro. I promise. You don't have to be scared. We're just talking about Superman. That's it. We're just talking about Superman. That's all. You don't have to be afraid, bro. I promise you don't have to be afraid. I will go easy on you. I promise. I will go easy on you. I would even make it. How about this? You could even bring another person with you to debate me. Like, right? Like, I'll make it as simple as I can. You can bring someone who hates Superman as much as you do, or is not a big a fan of James Gunn's Superman so far, and you can bring that person along with you, and I can debate both of you. How about that? I'll make it as simple as I can. That sounds good. I think that's fair. I think that's totally fair. Oh, who would win in a fight, Venom or Parasite from DC? Probably Parasite. What's up, Venom man? I like that profile picture, bro. Send me that profile picture. I like that. This is my first time on here. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad you are here, Saeed. Good to see you. Hey, lightning bolts. Hey, truth question. What really destroys Snyderverse? What really destroys Snyderverse? I mean, besides people not liking the movies, Warner Brothers backstage politics. Warner Brothers trying to compete with Marvel at the time. rushing a cinematic universe where you haven't really properly built up every single character individually. There were a lot of factors that went into the Snyderverse being destroyed. It wasn't just Zack Snyder. It wasn't just him. It was a multitude of factors that really destroyed the Snyderverse. It was bad. Peter Paul, what would you want to improve in the suit in the next movie? Would I want to improve the suit? There's nothing really I would improve per se. I mean, I like it. Unless you want to go. I don't know what else you would do with the suit. I mean, I like the way it is. Unless you want to modify things here and there. But overall, I love the classic. I love the classic look to it. Where is it? Where's the suit? Let me see the suit. I'm trying to find the suit. Where is it? God damn it! Now it's fucking difficult to find. Hold on. Let me pull up the suit because I don't mind. I love the suit. Again, I'm not a big stick. I really don't care. I'm not one of those people who are obsessed with how the suit looks. If it looks like Superman, I'm cool with it. Oh my god, I can't now I can't find this fucking suit. Excuse my language. Superman suit. Because there's nothing really I would change per se. I love it. There we go. I like the way it looks. Let me see. Why does 4K want Shu's face to be revealed? That's creepy. He is like 40 years old or something. But you know what's funny about it? It's the only way. That's the only asterisk that he could put because he's terrified of me. He's like think about it. No one else would give a fuck. Right? No one else would actually care about my mask. People who debate me, they don't care. I've debated people multiple times, and they never once cared about the mask because they don't care. They just want to debate. He's only saying this because he's terrified to debate me. He can't debate me. The man sounds like an inarticulate child. He cannot debate me. So that's why he's terrified. That's why he's terrified. If he wasn't scared, he would be like, listen, bro, I don't care what you look like. Come on the stream. And I will gladly go on your stream. Just send me the link. Send me the link. So here is the picture. Where is it? Share. Invite. What the fuck? Oh my god. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. See, here, there's nothing I would honestly change. I wouldn't change anything about it. I like the streamlines. I like the I mean, if I had to modify it, maybe the collar. Maybe I would get rid of the collar. Maybe. But everything else, I like. I like the red underwear. Pause. I like the streams. I like the red boots. I like the belt. I like everything about this. Everything about this I like. Like I said, if I had to modify the suit, I would probably just get rid of the collar, and that's about it. That's about it. Just the collar, and everything else I would keep, honestly. Because, but I'm sure they will change the suit midway through the film or the sequel. I'm sure they will modify the suit. But overall, I like it. It looks cool. It looks cool to me. Boss Bass thinks he's truth. Bigelow was good. The Dawn. Bass, how do you know if he wasn't notified? Exactly. You have to notify me, bro. Here, I'll make it easier for you, bro. I'll make it easy for you. Here you go. So if you want to reach me, 4K Who and the Snyder Ball Lickers, all you have to do, there you go. Here's my Twitter. There you go. Here's my Twitter. There you go. Truth31. The Truth Intro King 31 at Truth31. There you go. See it? Videotape it. And all you have to do is, you see that right there? That's my message box. So all you have to do is hit me up and go to my message box and send me the link. Here, I'll make it easier for you. Who has 4KO socials? Does anyone have 4KO social media? Does anyone have his Twitter or Instagram? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. You and Jonathan Noble, you and Jody's Corner should debate 4KO and Harsh Critics. I don't know who Harsh Critics is. I don't know who Harsh Critics is, but I'll debate him. I'll debate him. I'll debate him. And yeah, Jody's Corner, hit me up. Hit me up, and we'll both debate him. So yeah, hit up Jody's Corner and be like, yo, Truth wants to team up. Truth wants to team up for a debate. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's debate time. Because again, I don't take I know 4KO is terrified and he probably takes it seriously. I think this is all fun to me. I love debating stuff like this. I think it's fun. It should be fun. But you know, some people are like, ugh. Because some people don't want to. I don't know any of the. What's up, Kevin? I don't know any of the 4KO socials, but it's the same as his YouTube. Is it? Let me see. Is it the 4KO? Am I blocked? Did he block me? I know Review Fisher. Did he block me? Yeah. He blocked me. Hilarious. I'll be back. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Yeah, good luck with that one, buddy. Good luck with that one. Did 4KO block me? Because I see it's white. You see that? It's white. So I don't know if he blocked me or not. Yeah, I don't know if he blocked me. I really don't know if he will block me. Bro, but again, I'm not hard to find. I'm not hard to find. Send me the link. I'm not hard to find, bro. If you want to debate me, just debate me. Look, just hit me up right here. Hit me up at THETRUTH31. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And then send me the link. So no one has 4KO socials? I've seen Master Edit 08. I've seen so many Snyder fans hating on the suit and the trailers. I personally love the suit and the trailers. The Snyder fans are probably scared that the film will succeed. Yeah, which is weird because if you're a Superman fan, why would you want the film to fail? I don't understand that. If you're a Superman fan, you want the film to succeed, right? So why are you wishing it to fail? That's just weird to me. That's just weird to me. Marty D was good. Marty D. He wants to debate you, but blocks you, bro. You can't make this shit up. Okay, did he block me? Is that what happened? I don't know. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, I don't have his socials. Does anyone know his socials? Is it not the 4KO? I thought it was the 4KO. Is it not? Right? I don't know. Snyder Queen blocked me. Am I tripping? I don't know. Yeah, because I can't click on it. So I don't know. If anyone knows his socials, let me know. Why do you hide behind the mask? It's not really hiding behind the mask. It's more of a funny gimmick. Because, like I said, the fact that I'm wearing this and 4KO is just terrified to debate me wearing this stupid shit, I think it's funny. That's why I wear it, because it makes people feel like uncomfortable, and it makes people think like, what the fuck? Why is he wearing that? Because it's funny. It's stupid. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Think I wear this to look cool, even though I make it look cool. But I think it's stupid. Like, that's the whole point. It's dumb. And the fact that he's so terrified to debate this stupid shit right here that I'm wearing, I think it makes it even more funnier. Like, bro, you're really scared of truth? Like, look at this dumb nigga wearing this shit. Like, bro, you scared of him wearing that? Come on, bro. Right? Right? Like if 4KO really wants to debate me, then who cares what I wear? Just debate me, bro. Just debate me. Who cares what I'm wearing? That's stupid. That's silly. But that tells me like, okay, well, maybe he's a little scared. I don't know. Maybe he's a little scared. I don't know. Like if the Metal Viking, right? What's up? If the Metal Viking said, "Hey, Truth, I want to debate you right now. I think you're wrong. I think you're incorrect. I want to debate your points." And the Metal Viking came on wearing the Art the Clown suit. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I'd be like, okay, cool, come on. Like I don't have an asterisk like, hey, you can only debate me only if you take off your mask. Like, bro, like I don't give a shit what you're wearing. Just debate me. Just debate me. Who cares? Like I wouldn't give a fuck. Like who cares? Like just debate me, bro. I want to hear your viewpoints. I don't care what you're wearing. This is not a fashion show. This is just a friendly debate. Bro, scared of a friendly debate. I think it's funny. Art the Viking, hilarious. Art the Viking. Oh man, I love it. So yeah, let me look up his social because I don't know. Because I don't know if he has one. Let me see. Because that would be hilarious that he blocked me on Twitter. It's like, bro, like you don't have to block me, bro. Like I said, if anyone wants to debate me or debate me about Superman or anything, there you go. Like I'm not hard to find, bro. I really am not hard to find. And I promise I'm not scary. I promise. Look at that. You could hit me up anytime, bro. Anytime you want. Yeah. Let me see. Let me find his socials. Let me see. Let me see. Oh my god, really? Brainiac 5 _ question mark. What the fuck? Is that his social? What the fuck kind of social is that? Hold up. I think I found it. What is it? Is it Brainiac? Right? Brainiac? I don't even know if I'm Brainiac 5. The fuck? Underscore question mark? What the fuck? S equals 9. Is that what the fuck? Yeah, that's weird. Let's see. This is some real shit. I swear, bro. That's what it says. I'm not even joking, bro. Hold up. I'm not even joking. I'm fucking beating that ass. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, that's not gonna. Yeah, that's. Oh, let me go to his channel because that's dead ass what it says, and I'm like, I'm not even joking, bro. Oh no. Because I'm like, what the fuck kind of Riddler shit is that? That's exactly what it says. I'm not even joking. All right, there we go. I think it's funny. Bro is terrified of this. I think that's hilarious. That's hilarious. There we go. See, that's exactly what it says. See Twitter, Brainiac 5 _ question mark S equals 09. I'm like, what the fuck is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is, bro. It's like, okay, no clue, bro. No clue. Like, cool. Just hit. Yeah. I thought Thunderbolts was meh. Yeah. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I'll put a link to the Discord. I mean, not to the Discord, to the chat, and then you could up for KO, and then you could be like, yeah, come on in. I'll be like, look, come on in. I'll put a link to the chat. There you go. Come on in, and you could debate me. Because you can't debate someone if the other person has no clue that you're debating them. Like, you actually have to let them know. Let them know that you want to debate, so that I can actually show up. But that's hilarious to me. Let's see. All right. Munir, what do you want? Who do you want to be the next Wonder Woman? Who do I want to be the next Wonder Woman? I mean, I'm very high on Adria Jorna as Wonder Woman. I think she'd be fantastic. I think she'll be a solid pick. But I trust James Gunn to cast. His YouTube shows, his email, Facebook, TikTok, in case Twitter isn't working. You talking about mine or his? If it's his, then put it in the chat. He also said he didn't like the Thunderbolts because the editing was bad and there wasn't enough Bucky. And when Bucky was in the film, he didn't do much. I didn't see Thunderbolts, so I cannot comment on that. Is this 4K? Oh no, it's not 4K. Hello. I think you have to unmute your mic, bro. You have to unmute your mic, Saeed. Okay. Let's see. Imagine if James Gunn did a Superman and Batman film with David Cornsweet and Robert Pattinson, as they are both younger actors and would fit roles perfectly. Well, Robert Pattinson's not that old. I think Robert Pattinson is almost 40, right? I think he's gonna be like 40. But yeah, Robert Pattinson. I think he's done. I think he's done as Batman, which is a shame. Of course, 4KO is gonna set up a one-sided debate. I mean, he could. Like I said, you could have fucking 5 people on. I don't care. I just want to fucking debate. I just want to debate. That's it. If you feel more comfortable against having 5 people on your panel, cool. Let's just debate. His name is the 4K Slow. The 4K Slow. That's a good one. That's a good one. I always say the 4K Who, but the 4K Slow. That's funny. That's funny. That's a good one. That's a good one. The 4K Slow. Oh man. If Snyder fans like deep, meaningful movies, they would love Ang Lee Hulk. Ang Lee Hulk? Ang Lee Hulk is what, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of that movie, but I understand that he tried to do something different with the film. I'm not the biggest fan of it though. 4KO should come online. He should. The link is right there. Because apparently he can't use socials. He can't use socials. Did you watch his live stream? No, I did not watch the live stream because you have to let someone know in order for them to be online. Of course, I don't watch live stream. Of course, I didn't see it. Number one, I was working, and number two, you have to let someone know that, hey, they want to debate you. Again, I'm not hard to find, bro. I'm not hard to find. I don't know what that means, bro. React to it? I don't know what that means. Let's see. I'd rather get the director's cut of the Incredible Hulk. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Hello.
Yo, you hear me, brother?
Yo, what's good? What's good?
What's going on, bro? How you been?
Good, man. How you been, bro?
Fuck truth. I've been all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Can't complain. Just living, bro.
Oh, man. I don't know why so many people are scared to debate me, bro. I don't know what's going on, bro.
Honestly, I'm not even going to say it. Don't take this the wrong way. I think it's just how you come off. You know what I mean?
How I
like,
come off?
I think some people just get intimidated by that shit, and they're just like, nah, man, I'm good.
But I told him, like, listen, it would be a friendly debate. I would be very nice. I would be very cordial. I would even let 4K who bring on somebody else.
Right. Yeah,
I just want to debate, bro. I just want to debate. That's it. Just give me debate.
I'll tell you what. You know me, bro. You know how much I voiced James Gunn Superman and shit like that. I'll tell you what. If there really needs to be such a debate tonight, for the little bit of time I got, I'll fill in his spot and I will raise the questions or concerns that not even just the naysayers have, but like the other side has. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I said that in the chat earlier. I don't know if you caught that, but I was just like, yo, fuck it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Because I guess there is genuine concern. And it's like, maybe you could shed some light on why James Gunn is going this direction or whatever the case may be.
Gotcha. What's up, Metal Viking? Can you hear me? Are you online? There you went.
How's my audio? Is it coming?
Yeah, because I see a lot of people. Well, apparently, 4K. Yeah, you're good. Okay, there we go. Right. Metal Viking.
Oh, what happened now? Fucking just went off. It just kicked me out of the fucking live, man.
How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. Honestly, that 4KO, right? And he was saying something earlier, and it proper pissed me off. He was on about, your channel's not growing as much as his. Let's get one thing straight, right? The only reason he's growing is because negativity sells, right? When you watch the news, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, do they ever talk about positive shit? Ever?
That's true.
No, they never do. And why? Because the human brain, the psyche, is developed just to naturally, target towards negative things. We're just influenced by it. That's just our nature. So when you listen to negative bullshit, you instantly want to know everything. Like when your friend's saying, "Oh, you heard about so and so. You heard what's happened." When they talk about fucking positive things, you'll listen, but you're kind of like not that interested. When it's negative shit, you want to be in the know of everything. So the only reason he's getting the fucking views he is because he's negative all the time. And deep down, he probably likes the trailer. He's just saying all this crap because he knows that's the only way he's going to get views. He's got no personality. He's got nothing about him. Like, he's fucking useless, man. He's as much use as a chocolate fire guard. Nothing.
Yo.
Damn. Bro is going in. I didn't say all that. I got a problem with the man personally.
No, fuck him. My toilet paper has more content on it when I wipe my arse. Seriously.
It's just like my biggest thing
is like,
you have a platform and you know that people are going to want to debate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no need to get butthurt over this shit or like try to put stipulations in place.
Exactly.
You know exactly. I mean? It don't make sense to me.
I mean, I'd love to debate the guy. I'd love to.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to debate him as well. Just come on. Like I said, all you have to do is just, again, go on my Twitter and just send me a link. That's all you have to do. It's that simple. Because I'm mostly on Twitter anyway, or Discord. You can hit me up on Discord. Like, Truth, where you at, bro? Here's the link. I'm like, all right, bet, let's go.
Right, come into Discord, yo. We talk about this shit all the time, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes. Bro, it's insane. Just come into Discord, yo. I'm telling you. Just come on.
Yeah, it's fun. You don't need to be scared, bro. I promise. It'll be fun. I'll make it fun. How about that? I'll make it fun. You don't have to be scared, bro. Saeed,
and I'll tell you this, right? And I was going to say to you all, like when I remember when like the Snyderverse came out, right? I didn't mind it. I mean, I love Superman, and when it came out, I didn't mind Man of Steel. I thought, hey, like, I was like, it's all right. There was bits about it that I didn't like, but I was like, I'll give it a chance, all right, because it was Zack Snyder's first time doing it. So I thought, let's just see how it goes. I'll tell you what destroyed it. Let's get rid of Warner Brothers and all this shit. Like they always interfere anyway. That's just what they do, all right. What destroyed that is your second fucking film. You bring Batman in, and then it's Batman versus Superman, the spectacle. Like, what were you doing? And I'll tell you what destroyed it for me personally. The thing that really destroyed it for me was the fact you killed Superman off in the second film. Once you kill him off, which is his biggest storyline, I've read the comics, I know. That's the biggest thing about Superman in the comics is him dying. Once you kill him off, there's no stakes anymore. He's dead now. We've already seen it on screen. It's done. So you ever kill him off in the future, it's over. You did it in the second film. You didn't even wait to the 10th or the 20th film, however long you were going to go for. I mean, you literally fucking killed him off in the second film. And to top that, you did it with Doomsday, who wasn't even Doomsday. It was a clone of Zod. What the fuck? Are you serious? You fucked the film already. You fucked it. There was no point going any further. Like, you killed off, like, whether anyone likes it or not, right? Batman is the more popular superhero these days. Let's not get around it. Let's not get it twisted. He is. Like, whether people like it or not, and I'm a hardcore Superman fan, right? And I love Batman as well. Batman is just more popular. The culture of the world and the way it is, they gravitate towards Batman. That's just a fact, okay? But if we're looking on the other side of it, this is what annoys me about the side fans. They're trying to make fucking Superman like Batman. There's a reason why we have different heroes, right? It's because you can relate to different heroes because they go through different paths. Superman's path is not Batman's. You like that dark shit, fucking like Spawn or shit like that darkness. That's not Superman. So the fact they were trying to make Superman like Batman, like, these people don't understand what DC is. They think that fucking Zack Snyder must have gone back in time and created Superman in 1938. Seriously. That's how I feel. And I seen some dumb fucker that said, well, if Netflix can buy the rights from WB to Zack Snyder's Justice League, then we can carry it on. You're fucking stupid. They'd have to buy every single intellectual character. Are you dumb? These Snyder fans are thick. I swear it. My daughter, right, she can't even fucking talk yet. And I bet she's got more brain cells than these. And that's why it's called the 4KO, because she's got 4 brain cells. Honest to God.
You said it, brother. You done said everything that I've been voicing since Henry Cavill has left DC, man. This is what
exactly.
This is what
Don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on Henry.
And listen,
I liked Henry.
I love all of Snyder's movies. And when I say all of them, I mean Man of Steel.
What's your favorite Snyder movie?
Batman.
I'll tell you what mine is.
Justice League. You know what I mean? Like, all that shit to me, it hit different. But I'm not oblivious to the fact that shit did not hit the same way for everybody else. It did not hit. You know what I mean? Like, when the Batman came out, let me just say this real quick. Man.
Go on. You say it.
The Batman came out, and then I live in the hood. Let me just put it like that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's where I'm at right now. I went into the corner store. This motherfucker's wearing a Robin hat, talking about the Batman movie, right? Saying how Robert Pattinson was the best Batman yet, yada yada, this, that, and the third, right?
Yeah.
Here I come, Ben Affleck Batman fan, BVS warehouse fight scene fan.
Oh, fuck out the best scene in the film.
Right. I asked, hey, what you think about Ben Affleck's Batman? You want to know his response? Trash. Dog shit.
I knew that was coming, man.
Wow. And we're not even just talking about, we're talking about Ben Affleck as Batman as a whole. And these guys really think, oh, well, everybody loves him as Batman. Yeah, maybe the fans. Maybe if you separate the fans, you know what I mean? The majority of the fans, I would like to say, they enjoyed Ben Affleck as Batman, especially when he signed off in The Flash. That was a very nice touch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Other than that, no. Outside of that, they was kind of like, Ben Affleck, Batman? What the fuck? This guy's from Boston.
Like, good with hunting.
I don't even from Boston. I'm probably chatting right there. I'm not gonna lie. I only thought of him from the town, but like, if you really think about it, it's like, bro, you know, you're not known for that.
I mean, where I am in the UK, right? I remember when Batman versus Superman came out. If I remember rightly, Civil War came out, didn't it? Like the same time, and they were both like challenging, weren't they? If I remember rightly back then, right?
Yeah,
and I remember.
BVS was March and Civil War was May.
Yeah, it was about that time though, weren't it? It was them two films were the ones pitting up against each other. That was Marvel's big, and this was like DC's big. You know what I mean? Like this is what they're relying on. And I remember being in college at the time in the UK, right? This is where I live. I remember like everyone in college didn't give a shit about DC. I'm being honest. I was the only DC fan. Everyone in my college didn't give a fuck about DC. They didn't even care. But what they all did say, even though they loved Marvel and the MCU and they loved Civil War, they all said one thing about Batman versus Superman. And this is what I agree with as well. The best thing about that film, minus him killing people, but whether people like it or not, he did kill people in 89 as well. So let's just get that out of the way, right? The best part about that film was Batman and Ben Affleck. I don't care what anyone says. He was the best part. And Zack Snyder knew how to do Batman to a certain extent.
Except
to a certain extent, he did.
People.
What's up, Andrew? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. What's going on?
I haven't seen you in a long time.
Where'd you come from, bro? I didn't even see you.
I thought I'd pop in just for a bit.
The DC. What's this like? DC Marvel. The going special. What? I don't know what that means.
He says the 4KO special. That's what he's trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah, we understand, mate.
The only scene in the Snyderverse was Superman beating Steppenwolf's ass like nothing.
That was cool. But it was too late. Too little, too late.
Again, like people get it twisted. I love Zack Snyder's Justice League. I love Man of Steel. I love Ben Affleck's Batman. It's like I just like to troll the Snyder.
Hey, true. But what you got to understand is what they say is right because you like it, and just because you disagree with it, what these fans do, they instantly assume what you like. So when you say you disagree with something, they're like, "Well, you just hate Zack Snyder." Then no, I'll tell you this. My favorite Zack Snyder film of all time is one of my favorite horror films of all time. The Dawn of the Dead from 2004. Love that film.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But I'm not a Zack Snyder fan, am I? Just because I don't like certain bits. So automatically, because I don't like a certain thing and I disagree with it, it means I don't like it means I hate everything then. All right, yeah, logic.
Right. Bro, as somebody who's been with this guy since the end of the Snyderverse, literally, I've watched parts and bits of his fan base, the Snyder community, turn on him. Turn. Yeah, I did. Straight turncoat, my nigga. Like, it's unreal how many people, it's unreal how many people just abandon ship, all because Truth said, you know what, Henry Cavill's done, I'm done.
Yeah, it's over.
That's insane. And they're still going.
Don't seem to think it's over.
Yeah. And even if this fails, the DCU fails, you ain't getting your Snyder fucking cut back. At the end of the day, if this fails, which is the worst possible outcome, at the end of the day, this is just going to get fucking shit canned. And that crap that you want, like, go and wank into a sock about it. It's never coming back. It's done.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over.
I still get comments talking about, hey, Truth, how come you don't make Snyderverse videos anymore? And I'm like, bro, like, what video do you want me to make? Like, there's nothing to make. What do you want me to talk about? Like, there's literally nothing. It's over. What you want me to like talk about the hashtags? Like, bro, like even the hashtags, they don't have the same momentum as they used to. It's like
the only hashtag I've seen now,
volume has gone down.
I mean, I guess there's one thing you could talk about, and that's how Zack Snyder wanted to make the Amazonians related to the Kryptonians.
He also wanted fucking Batman to get raped in prison. So, like, what, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that. I think it's more
hello,
like
guys. Can you hear me?
Do that. Like, it's the fact that he just said that, and it was like everybody.
What's up? Yeah, you know when this movie comes out, it's gonna destroy the Snyderverse. Literally, it's gonna be thrown in the trash. And the Snyder fans, they're gonna cry on that day. They're gonna cry.
But you know what? Whether we like it or not, and like I said, man, I love Superman. But let's get one thing straight: the Snyder Cut, it was more geared toward adults, and I like that because I like the dark. I did like the darkness to it, right? But what makes more money? Even though I'm a diehard fucking DC fan, I always have been, it isn't targeted towards us. If they want to make money, you target towards a casual audience, and the kids are going to love this, whether people like it or not. And the kids who are interested in it, where the parents aren't, who takes the kids to the fucking theaters? It's the parents. So they're going to get money through crypto. So whether they like it or not, this is going to do well. And if I'm wrong, come back to me, look at my channel name, come on my channel and shit on me. But I'm so confident it's going to do well that I don't even care if you come to my videos. Fucking do it. I ain't bothered.
Yeah, I also feel like because of the Snyder fan base, some YouTubers I used to watch fell from grace, like Tyrone Magnus.
Oh yeah, I love
Yeah.
Tyrone, but he's just shitting on it for the sake of it. And plus, he is a Snyder fan. He ain't gonna come out and outright say it. But look at his interviews he's had in the past with Zack Snyder. If James Gunn gave him an interview, right, tell me that he's gonna fucking not be different.
You ruined Superman.
Yeah, he'll be on his knees, like praising
Yeah.
James Gunn.
Like the 4KO, he's on his knees fucking unzipping Henry Cavill's fly, man. He can't wait to suck that dick. Super suck.
So Truth, I got a little question for you about the upcoming Superman. Do you think there should be any concerns?
About what?
Or just anything. Like, do you think there should be like concerns raised at all? You know what I'm
One
saying?
thing
like,
is my concern, and I'll tell you what my concern is about it. And it's only a little nitpick. I hope it is more focused on Superman. I hope the other characters don't take away from David Corenswet's performance. I hope he's the standout. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has to be the standout. He has to be.
Yeah.
I remember Ben saying once the three main characters will be Superman, Lois Lane, and Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see the relationship between Lois and Superman, though. 100%. Especially what I want to see more than anything. Don't get me wrong. I want to see Superman, but I actually want to see more of Clark Kent, because we haven't seen that in ages. I want to see that bumbling Clark Kent and how he deals with day-to-day life. You know, that's what I want to see. That's why the Christopher Reeve films were amazing. Christopher Reeve's films were amazing because it gave you a bit of everything. It wasn't just all Superman. It was half and half. You know what I mean? You enjoyed it. I want that.
Yes. Oh yes, yeah.
I think like the only concern I would have is I hope the humor doesn't take
away from the film.
Yes.
So that to MCU humor.
Yeah, I don't want that shit.
Humor, just like
that's the only concern I have of the movie.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
like to me that would be like the only concern. And again, like I agree with the Metal Viking, the focus pulling away from Superman.
Yeah.
And focusing on Hawkgirl was terrific, stuff like that. Like everything else, I'm just really excited that we're gonna get like the Silver Age classic Superman back. I
think back to his roots of being the symbol of hope.
Yeah, I think people want that. I think people don't realize how much they've missed that Superman because we haven't had it in years, decades.
I think when
the original feed was played, it's like it's taking it back to those times.
Yeah, it is. Do you know what? We need this these days, man.
I think the last time we had was, despite its issues, Superman Returns with
Returns. Yeah. Superman. I thought Superman Returns was okay, man.
It was all right. It was just basically a remake of Richard Donner's Superman. Just not.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That that was.
Well, it followed on from it, didn't it? It was meant to be basically Superman 5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In a way, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Like it's not canon, but it is. But it isn't. But it is. But it isn't. Like, don't you just love
it's just
DC?
weird, man.
Don't you just love DC when they get weird like that? Like, yeah, it is canon. No, wait, no, it's
not. Yeah, and that's with the Snyderverse. We talk about canon. Yeah, we talk about canon with the Snyderverse, right? It was so convoluted and everywhere. I wouldn't have even wanted it to carry on, even if it was successful, because it was just all over the place. It just was. Made no fucking sense.
Let me put this out there real quick, because I feel like not a lot of people understand this. People think that releasing David Ayer's Suicide Squad would add to the canon of the Snyder cut. I want to put this in the bud right now. It wouldn't do that. Why? Because when David Ayer wrote the script for Suicide Squad, the mother boxes were not what you think of them when you watch the Snyder cut. You know how they're change boxes and described as change boxes by 3 Justice League members? Well, they weren't that. They were more or less resurrection boxes. If they could do that, they wouldn't really need, you know what I'm saying, all the shit.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right about that. You are right. So you know what you're talking about.
This is the shit that I'm talking about. And then they wanted Steppenwolf. They what was it? Enchantress and her brother were supposed to bring Steppenwolf here by way of the mother boxes. But in the Snyder cut, Steppenwolf found the mother boxes on his own. You know what I mean? Like, so before it was he couldn't find them. Then it was he traced their trace amounts of energy to Earth and found it here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see how that doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
The only connections that movie had were like, Superman being dead and Affleck's Batman getting the flyers of the other League members.
That's it. And then Flash bringing Boomerang to Arkham. Wait, no, my bad. I said Arkham Asylum. Bell Reeve.
Do you know what my big problem is as well with the Justice League? And it's been annoying me for a long time. I don't mind Cyborg. Don't get me wrong; he's a good character, but Cyborg to me is Teen Titans. That's just wow. That's Cyborg, right?
More on that team?
Yeah. Green Lantern, whether it's Jon Stewart or Hal Jordan, he is a part of the Justice League. He's a mainstay. They have to be. The Green Lantern. A Green Lantern has to be a part of Justice League, not Cyborg. I'm sorry. Look at the team through history. It's always had a Green Lantern there. So the fact that they
to Zack Snyder's credit, this is what I'm saying. I'm a fan. He wanted Green Lantern, and he, essentially did do a Green Lantern, not legally. I mean, through the loopholes he did. Yeah, I'm saying.
But WB didn't want it because of the 2011 film. They said no, let's stray away from it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like that Ryan Reynolds movie. They
didn't know what to do with the Lantern show. Not the show, but the Lanterns. They wanted to do something with it. They just didn't know what. They said
just
no
go to
Snyder.
Jeff Johns' books. For God's sake, Hal Jordan got smashed to fuck, and then Jeff Johns brought him back when he did all the Green Lantern stories with the Blackest Night and Brightest Day, and look how good they were. You're telling me you've got them? This is what I don't get with DC. You arguably, I don't care what anyone says, they have way better characters than Marvel, right? Marvel's characters are just men trying to become gods, right? Whereas DC's characters are gods trying to understand men. They've got so much more history, so much more time. All of the fucking source material they need. All the source material they need is in front of them. It's in the books. Like, seriously.
My profile pic is a Marvel character, right?
Yeah, Spider-Man. And the Raimi films are my favourite ever Spider-Man films. I don't care what anyone says. Toby's the best.
I respect that.
I love Toby. Toby's the GOAT.
They're the best. And I go as far as to say Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is probably the best fucking superhero film ever made. Tell me it's not.
I got the posters of the trilogy right here.
Honestly, give me any Tobey Maguire Spider-Man film, and
I
want to know why. Because
all three movie posters right here.
New York with Spider-Man in it, that's already a good movie. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Spider-Man
I love that movie.
By the studio, but like at the end of the day, I'll take Spider-Man 3 over I
see that
the Amazing Spider-Man 2 or whatever. That's just me personally. You know what I'm saying?
Spider-Man 3, I went back and watched it not that long ago, right? Because I seen it as a kid in 2007, right? When I seen it as a kid. And I loved it then, and I was defending it. And as a kid, I didn't understand why people hated it. As I got older, I understand. But now, as films have got shitter and shitter, as the time's gone on, I went back and watched it again. I thought, fucking hell, this is like some Shawshank Redemption, like on that level type shit compared to what we get now. I'm telling you, fucking Spider-Man 3 ain't that bad. It's not.
I'm about to make a deep cut, but that's how I feel about Nick Cage's Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider was all right, man. I like Ghost Rider.
Like I still love the movies. I'll still defend those movies, but I'll at the same time, I'll agree with the fact that they weren't the best or like anything like his comics.
No.
I'll take Edward Norton over MC.
Yes,
I'll take Edward Norton too. I'll take him over.
I love the 2003 Hulk because people don't want. But that Ang Lee Hulk, it's got so much more meaning behind it than just that. I think Ang Lee's Hulk's fucking amazing. And when I was younger, I think you lot remember, right? Remember the times in the early 2000s where they'd show the Hulk, and even through comics or just drawings, and it'd show you him being big and angry, not a little bitch dabbing. Well, where's he gone?
Yeah,
where's that gone?
I think at the time in 2003, people just wanted to see Hulk smashing.
Yeah, that's it. It's never been seen on live action.
Yeah, Hulk has to come back, man.
Yeah,
that's it. Get rid of that Mark Ruffalo. That woke ass fuck. Hate the guy. Fucking hate him.
Restore the Snyderverse. I don't know what to tell you, bro, but it's not going to happen. It's just not happening, Fabian.
I'm sorry, Fabian. It's over, brother.
Yeah,
it's over, brother.
You got more chance, of resurrecting JFK. It means it ain't happening.
This is the Star Wars timeline where the rebels lost. You might as well.
Lost. You've got more of a chance of fucking Disney making a great Star Wars film. It ain't happening.
That's a fact.
That's gonna happen in the next 20 years, bro. We'll get one. Don't worry. Zack and I can't.
In fact, if they want the Snyderverse back, Just get in touch with James Gunn, and he can have the Snyderverse, and he'll let you use Scooby-Doo as a crossover. Yeah, Batman and Scooby-Doo. How about that? Right? Ben Affleck with Scooby-Doo.
I would say like the only thing I hated about Zack Snyder's Justice League was it was a 4-hour movie and Superman was like 10 minutes.
Too long.
10 minutes tops. Like,
yo,
really?
Every time I tell my friends that this movie is 4 hours, they look at me and say, "My bro, you just sat through 4 hours of superheroes." I'm like, yeah.
Whenever I go back in that film, I just skip to those parts with Henry Cavill.
He's in
See,
for like
the
10
only film
minutes.
that I justify watching that long for, the only film I justify is the extended cuts of Lord of the Rings, man.
And at least they gave him 2 scenes of epicness.
Henry Cavill Superman and Zack Snyder's Justice League has 27 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Henry Cavill Superman was a simp. I'm just admitting it, man.
He's a simp.
He was.
Wait, he was gonna
Henry
raise,
Cavill
Batman
Superman was just a bit of a simp, and he was a bit of a bitch boy, weren't he? He was a little bit.
He was gonna raise.
It felt like to me that Superman always took a backseat to Batman in the Justice League and stuff. It just did feel like that to me a little bit.
Yeah, in fact, if you think about
because it's Batman, they love Batman.
If you want to look at the Justice League from like the comics and the animated series, Superman is more the leader.
Yeah, he's always the leader.
He's more the public face. Batman's the wallet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when Lex Luthor got his shit fucked up by Superman, and he's like, Justice League will pay for the damages, but Batman's just right behind Superman as he's saying that. Like the paying for the damages, that's all Batman. None of you niggas got money.
It's kind of like what Iron Man says. I just design everything and make everyone look cool.
That's why, like, everybody, like, even I would want them to fight, but, like, that's why they would be good friends, because they talk about fucking finances and shit. Like, oh, how much you be spending on the team? No, about $5 million.
10 million tops.
10 million.
The Clayface movie will be the sleeper hit. It will be something else. Can't wait. I'm curious about the Clayface movie. I'm curious about it.
You know, I hope it's good. After like Joker and those Sony spin-off movies, I'm done with villain solo films.
You know, I'm strangely feeling the same way.
I still haven't seen
strangely feeling the same way, but I do want to see Clayface. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I was a kid, I wasn't terrified of him, but it was like, yo, if I fought you and won, that's a feat.
Yeah.
The robot Batman. In Black emoji.
You know, speaking of with Ben Affleck, I feel like he has bad luck because he has tried superheroes twice with Daredevil. And they both.
I like Daredevil.
No, I do.
I like
the director's cut of Daredevil is a better film. It just is.
Yeah, I like it.
I like how when the train was covered, and then like he was like, "You see that light at the end of the tunnel?
That's not heaven. That's the sea train."
That was my son. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I prefer more of the Netflix Daredevil.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, the Netflix Daredevil was good, man. I think I got to like halfway through season 2, if I remember rightly, and I don't know why. I just stopped watching.
Then you got the Punisher already.
Yeah, I love season 2. That was dope.
Yo,
I love the Netflix Daredevil.
Oh man, I saw the Punisher and it was Shane John Bernthal as the Punisher. I was like, no fucking way. I was so hyped, bro. And then the show came on. I watched the show. I was like, yes. More.
This is what I want.
Hey, see, I never watched the Punisher show. I'd never seen it at the time.
Yo, listen. It's fucking. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous.
Was it better than Daredevil?
I wouldn't say. I mean, look, I'm a Punisher fan. I'm more of a Punisher fan than I am a Daredevil fan. Like my top 5 characters as I grew up is now Punisher. So like, if you ask me that, I'm going to tell you yes. But you may watch both of them and feel differently. So take from that what you will.
I like the first season of Punisher. I thought it was pretty solid.
Especially the ending. Like, ooh.
Oh, the ending was crazy.
You really did that, boy.
Oh, like when he tore up on Jigsaw?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Bro.
That shit was
like,
God damn.
Whoever was in charge then, and that's who needs to be working at Marvel. That's who needs to have a job.
Yeah. They need that shit badly.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But the Lantern show, I'm looking forward to the Lantern show. I think it's gonna be pretty solid.
I will admit,
I want to see
the choice of making Hal Jordan a much older guy, it was kind of odd first.
Yeah, I'm like
he?
Even
58, he died.
I grew up with Jon Stewart, like with the Justice League animated series and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but at the same time, I grew to know and fuck with Hal. So it's like seeing this, it's like damn. Like, because you can already kind of see where it's going. Like, he's either gonna die or retire, man, or he's gonna go somewhere else. I don't think he's gonna be on the league.
I'm glad we're getting the live action Jon Stewart, but the only odd decision was like making Hal Jordan a much older guy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you can kind of see where it's going. Like, not even to put salt in the wound, but like his jacket even looks like Joel's jacket from The Last of Us. Like, this doesn't look good, my brothers. This doesn't look good. No, let me stop.
Because I think Jon Stewart is most likely going to be the one to be in the movies and be the main Green Lantern for the DC.
I'll be okay with.
Yeah, I'll be fine with that. I'll be like, yeah, cool.
I just don't want Hal to retire or die. Like, if you send him off into space,
well, knowing that he's a much older guy in this, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, like I said, if you send him off into space, I'm fine with that. Like, if he's not in the league, okay, cool. But if he's still Green Lantern, I bet I'm fine with that, because that's who he's supposed to be. At least to me, like, that's what he's supposed to be. Like, come on, what the fuck?
And also, we're getting a Green Lantern show, but this is going to be an Earth-based detective show, huh?
Like cooking.
Bro, just hop on 4K. Is he live right now?
Oh, I wonder what that coward's saying right now.
If he's live right now, I'll hop on.
Yeah, we see what that guy's lying about.
Let's see. Let me see.
If I just hear what the title of his video is, I'll laugh.
Let's see. All right, let me see. I'm a troller right now. Hold on.
Oh, kick me out, man. Kick me out again.
I didn't do that.
I don't know why. I think YouTube's like,
someone in the comments is saying, hold on. Someone in the comments is saying 4KO is saying you dodged him.
Let me see.
And the thing is, you didn't dodge him. If you say you're at work, at the end of the day, you're going to stop in the middle of your job to do a fucking debate on YouTube.
Because I see that he's live right now, so I'm just gonna. I said, send me the link, bro. Let's debate.
Nah, tell him to send him the link. No, tell him to join your channel. Like, don't lower yourself to him. Like, you've got 2,000 more subs
live at the same time on the same stream. That'd be weird.
Well,
just say 4K no. You put my screen.
Like, usually how shit like this supposed to go, like they usually like join a room and then they both live stream on their ends and then would, you know, bring their respective audiences to, you know, the live stream in general and then listen to the debate. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it's right now, what's going on is like bro's dodging truth. You know what I'm saying? He's going live on his shit, talking about he can join, we could talk, you know what I'm saying? Switching up. Because from what I can understand, it's what he wants you to take off your mask, I guess.
What the hell?
Yeah, like that's the whole gist. Just take off your mask, bro. Come on, just take off your mask.
Is he talking about your little hoodie thing you're wearing?
Like, you know, and my thing is if I wanted to debate you, like, I would have just been like, yo, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wouldn't dodge it. I would actually come on and face you.
I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he even started with that just shows that he wasn't willing to talk. But now he's on live. What he's doing right now, he's basically appeasing to his audience. I think that's what's just going on. And he's saying what he's saying. And, you know, he's trying to make you join his shit, even though you're the one that called him out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this shit is supposed to be a certain way. And, you know, he's just not rolling with that. That's all it is. I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
I was like
Go ahead.
I was like, send me the link, broski. Let's debate.
That's why I fuck with Truth, bro. Because like he be trolling, but it's like he's not scared of niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he will speak his mind.
Let's have fun. Let's have fun.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, he's not this toxic asshole. Like, oh, you know, he's not that. I don't know. These people on in the comic book community is weird, man. Very much.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. The one thing I am excited for Superman, I just want to see the Superman movie. I want to see Metropolis again, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Metropolis in 2025.
Yeah, it's nice.
Metropolis, yeah, that should be fun. I cannot wait. That's gonna be awesome,
dude.
The Daily Planet has the spinning globe again.
And if it looks like, because I don't know if y'all noticed, but like if y'all look up Tartaria, right? I know it sounds weird, but it's some real steampunk utopian shit, right? Like it was a concept in the 1800s. It kind of looks like Metropolis, and I feel like Metropolis takes from that in a way. Like, you know, it kind of has that huge vibe, you know what I'm saying? Because everything is just so fucking big. Like the city is big, the buildings are big, you know what I'm saying? Like you have these statues that are kind of like, you know, elegant and celestial in a way that just hold the world up. I want to see that again. I really do.
Oh no! I just said about.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, I just sent him the link.
Oh, you sent 4K the link, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
Remember, you got to bear with him. He's a bit slow, isn't he? So he just doesn't understand.
So it might take some time. It might take some time.
I got all the time in the world.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd be very appreciative if you subscribe and like my channel.
I was like, here's the link. Let's debate. Let's debate, bro. Let's have fun.
He's talking right now. He's saying all talk smack, but didn't back up.
You're a great James Gunn fan. Don't stop the support for him. I don't know if he's talking about me or him. I don't even know if he likes James Gunn. I'm assuming he does it, but I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, like,
until he shows up, let's just look at this guy's ugly mug.
It's kind of like the way he sounds about things. It's like he'll give things a chance, but it's like if he feels like there was something lazy or goofy, as he says, and he's gonna call it out. I don't know. Like he gives off that.
Do you know what I think it is? I'll tell you what I think it is. I think you are right along them lines, yeah. But what I also think is, I think he sits back and he's like, let's just see what, you know, the main public thinks about this thing that I'm like about to be talking about. And if they don't like it, he's just a sheep and he'll follow along with a crowd and he'll just fucking regurgitate what they say. And he sounds like most of the time he's reading off of the script. Seriously,
because it's gonna go along with everybody's algorithm, because it's like, you know, whatever everybody's saying, he's gonna go along with it, and it's gonna add to that algorithm. So when people, say if it does come out and everybody's like, well, it's not a good movie, he'll put that video out, and then that video will circulate in the algorithm of other videos and other content that are saying the same thing. And if it's going, you know what I mean? That's pretty much all it is. It's business. It's business. You know what I mean?
Just like, you know, when you get these TikToks, right? Go on, carry on. What are you going to say?
No, I'm like, it's so easy to do, just to put out a video saying, here's why James Gunn sucks, and here's why James Gunn's Superman costume sucks, and here's why the Superman movie will flop. I'm like, bro, it's like, come on.
I could put out a video like that, yeah. I could say, here's why James Gunn's Superman's shit, and I could literally do a 5-second video and just look at the camera and go, James Gunn's shit. And end the video there, and I'd get like tons of views. All the Snyder fans would love it and say, this is so intellectual, it's so interesting, and they'd subscribe to my channel just because I said James Gunn's fucking Superman shit.
You know, another YouTuber I found that is also sharing on James Gunn, his name is Aaron Fisher.
Yeah, Aaron Fisher.
We know Aaron.
I don't watch him. I know I'll be.
Well, his mum looks like he fucking dropped on his head at birth, so fuck him.
It's crazy because it's like there was a period of time where I was a part of this fucking fandom when it was a fandom and not a cult.
Me too.
And I would actually watch a few of Aaron Fisher's videos. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would like this. I saw what he says. You know what I'm saying about, you know, how the shit would come back, this, that, and the other. He said he was told some things and this, that, and the other. You know, he added to the hype, right? And
yeah, I did. I know what you're saying because I've seen him videos.
We're coming.
Ultimately, it fucking died. It died. To his credit, he doesn't review bomb every video that isn't Zack Snyder. You know, there are some shit he does like, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, you know, when it comes to like DC, if it's not Zack Snyder or Christopher Nolan, he may not like it, and he's going to shit on it because he doesn't like Warner Brothers and he doesn't like DC for what DC has done to them, and you know, because if we're being technical, it wasn't DC that fucked over Zack Snyder, it was Warner Brothers, but hey,
yeah,
they don't know the difference.
Yeah, I agree. I just put the Discord link is in your chat. Let's debate, bro. I put it twice. Yo, click the link and join.
I think he really is a coward.
Think about it, right? Yeah, 4K reminds me of Anakin Skywalker. Right, he's so cocky. Right, he's like, you've got the high ground, man. He ain't.
You underestimate my power.
Honestly, like
you underestimate my lack of brain cells.
At this point, we should chalk this up to like it's not gonna happen, and we should plan, or y'all should plan for something like y'all create a chat room. Like, y'all can't do Skype. Skype's over, but like y'all can get on a Discord chat, and then like I said, both of y'all go live on y'all respective ends, so that way the audiences can come in, and view from there.
Yeah, you can see from both audiences. Yeah.
Because doing it like this, or hop on my live or hop on my live, like nobody's going anywhere. That's what I'm saying. Like nobody's gonna go anywhere. Like if Truth wants to, he will, and he's only gonna do it just to troll. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be really a debate. That's why Truth is still here.
And do you know what I was going to say? Right? I was not going to say this, even though we can talk about the Snyderverse, and say, oh, this killed it in that. Like I made my points earlier about the death of Superman, all this shit. Forget all that. The fact is, what is the number one thing that keeps a franchise going? What does it need to keep it going?
Money.
Yeah, exactly. Money. The fact is, no
no
one was going to the films and they weren't making no money. Money talks.
Well, this is the thing. It was making money. It just wasn't making the money that Warner Brothers wanted. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like Warner Brothers wanted. They wanted $1 billion from BVS. They didn't get that, so they were disappointed. So
and there was a lot of films though in the Snyderverse. Obviously, Zack Snyder didn't do every film in the Snyderverse. He didn't do every film.
Right.
There was some films that didn't even break even properly.
He did 3 films. That was Man of Steel, BVS, and Zack Snyder's Justice League, or Justice League, if you will. You know what I'm saying? He did do those films, and that's what you would call the Snyderverse. Nothing
Think about it.
Nothing else.
You just said all that, right?
Is considered Snyderverse.
Yeah, you've just said all this. I mean, they sucked Zack Snyder off. The films that were done in the Snyderverse, let's just say, Wonder Woman, I swear it was Aquaman as well. Didn't they make $1 billion? Didn't they?
No,
or they made a lot of money. I know that.
It did make a lot of money. Yes, it did, but it did not make $1 billion. It made around 800, maybe 60.
I have no idea.
That's what I'm trying to say. It was around that mark though, wasn't it? It was high up they made, right? And I swear it wasn't. I don't know which film it was, but I swear the highest grossing film in the Snyderverse wasn't even done by Zack Snyder. It might have been Aquaman. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, it's Aquaman.
Aquaman made $1 billion.
Yeah,
Aquaman made $1 billion.
Yeah, it
but
did.
What I'm saying,
the first
that's
Aquaman, I swear it made $1 billion.
Movie. Like that movie isn't canon to the Snyderverse because Aquaman looks entirely different from the Aquaman in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
But you see my point? They're going about Zack Snyder, and I love Zack Snyder. I love Dawn of the Dead, and I love Watchmen.
Right.
But the fact is, he didn't even make the most successful film in that whole fucking universe. Just saying.
No, I know. Like I basically say, like it did make money. Don't get me wrong. It's just like it didn't make enough. Like, bro, the Batman made more profit than Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman combined.
Exactly.
That's bad.
And with me, I love DC. I don't mind Marvel, but this is what I've always said. I think when it comes to single films, so it's like not interconnected, just single films, I've always said DC has a better track record with single films than Marvel. Don't even at me about The Dark Knight or Batman 89 or Christopher Reeve Superman.
You were going to say something, Truth?
I was like, do you think the Batman Part 2 is happening or no?
Well, from what I'm hearing with like Matt Reeves, like personal problems, who knows?
That's tough. I mean, I want it to happen.
As the Batman advocate, you could call me the Batman connoisseur because I converted Truth. He hated this movie, and then he gave it a chance, and then he was like, "Yeah." But listen. As somebody
I changed my mind. I changed my mind.
Somebody who really loves this movie, I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's not out of the realm of possibility at this point. You know, we're gonna have another Batman.
I think the dude's ignoring your chats.
Do you know what though? It's 50-50, right?
Yo,
I mean, I understand why some people don't want it to carry on because they want a new Batman and they don't want people to be confused. I get that, but I think in my mind this would be one of them films where you look back on it and you think there was so much potential behind Matt Reeves' universe, especially with the Penguin. I'm going to go as far as say the Penguin's actually better than the Batman. And I actually, before anyone says anything, I love Christopher Nolan's films, but I'm going to go as far as say the Batman's better than the Dark Knight because it is more accurate, comic accurate to me.
Wait,
I'm just saying that. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. I'm putting it out there.
You know, a lot of people sit on Christian Bale's Batman, but honestly, bro, if motherfuckers were to actually go and fight him, like, all right, Ben Affleck, that might be one thing, but Christian Bale's Batman, a lot of people didn't really see this because they were like, oh, he's using the elbows. No, he was on defense. And then when he was on the offense, it was lights out every single time.
Yeah.
The problem was how his fights were shot. It was always in a circle. The camera never really stayed still. And then when it did stay still,
I think we got our answer. Look in the comments.
Yeah, right. And I'm saying, like, you know, when the camera stayed still in Nolan's films on Batman fighting, like Dark Knight Rises, it showed him getting his ass beat. You know what I'm saying?
Who's the one talking right now? I don't want to interrupt you, but who's talking right now? Because I can't see the names. Like, it's not coming up on my screen. Who's talking? Which one?
You talking about Don?
Yeah. Which one's talking? Is it Ty or Andrew? Which one of you is that?
That's Ty.
Okay. All right. Cheers. Just so I know. There you go.
Yeah, you know, that's me. So basically what I was saying is like I don't know. Bale's Batman was always on the defense, and then, like I said, I feel like his problems with his fighting scenes was the way they were shot. Because it's clear that he's on the defense. Watch all of his movies again. He's on the defense. Like, you know what I'm saying? He did that in the, what is it, Nanda Parbat, I think that's where it was. If it's not that, then it's in the mountains where Ra's al Ghul took him. He was on defense that entire time. His objective wasn't really to take everybody down. It was to stay alive. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the League of Shadows fighting style throughout the comics, which is what Christopher Nolan, right? He learned this himself. It's a defense style fighting. It's not like offense. It's not full on go for it. It's a defense style.
Yes.
So it actually makes sense for him to be on the defensive. And the only time he wasn't was in the Dark Knight Rises when he fought Bane. And why? He let his emotions get the best of him, and he obviously was broken down at that point. And that's why he got faked as much as he did, because he didn't use his knowledge of his fighting style. He just used his emotion instead. So they're the differences.
Right, like Bane was destroying his city, and it's like Batman's already been through so much, and then at that point, it's like he's still breaking them down. And I feel like it's just stamped in the DC Bible that anytime you start a new timeline or whatever with Batman, you bring Bane into it. Bane's gotta beat down Batman. He doesn't have to break his back, but notice how
he has to beat him up
Batman every time, and he wins on the first encounter, but Batman comes back.
Yeah. That's just going back to Nightfall, like in the comics.
Exactly.
It had more of an impact when he got battered.
I feel like that's what started it. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, it's that much of a good story, bro. He got his back broke and then healed, came back, and then fought him and then won. You see what I'm saying?
I'm going to tell you this as well, right? And I love the Dark Knight. I do. And Heath Ledger. I love Heath Ledger. I don't even need to say anything about Heath Ledger because everyone in this chat and everyone here live right now already knows about Heath Ledger. I don't even need to say anything. My words won't do him justice. But I do prefer Christian Bale's voice in Batman Begins compared to the later films. Like when he's in the alleyway and he's saying "swear to me," if you listen to that scene the way he's saying it, it sounds amazing. I don't even know how to explain it. If you put that scene on and listen to it, if he kept that voice throughout all the rest of the films, I think it would have been perfect.
You know what it is? And I think it was an actual costume problem as well. When they changed the costumes, the cowl got really tight around the neck. So when he did try to do that, I think it's when he did try to do that voice, that's how it came out. And he really couldn't, I don't think he could go back to what it was. I think they were explaining something like that. I don't know if it was in movie per se, but I think it was like something outside of the film. It was like one of those videos you see, people take the behind the scenes footage and they post them.
Yeah, do you know what? It does make sense because if you think about it, that was the first time we'd seen a Batman on screen that didn't have the cowl and the neck like just in a fixed position where they'd turn the head, but when they turn the head, they turn the whole body. This is the first time it was different. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it does make sense, and I think Batman Begins is underrated as well.
Who is that? Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
Y'all saw this? He said, happy birthday to my friend, amazing actor, greatest Superman of all time. Greatest Superman of all time. Hey, he's trolling.
No, that title goes to Christopher Reeve, baby.
He's trolling.
Hey, you just know that 4K is behind that camera, ready to get down and dirty.
I just like to say we never had a bad Superman. You know what I'm saying? That's
we never had a bad Superman.
We always had a good Superman. That's true. Heck, I think, in my opinion, the greatest modern take on the character in live action was Tyler Hoechlin on the CW.
Yes.
Yeah, he was dope.
Yeah, Tyler Hoechlin is amazing as Superman. Don't even care what anyone says.
Man, the way that show ended, I swear to God, I cried. I'm not gonna lie to
you. Bro, teared up.
Yeah, what's that, man?
Wait, what?
That I was not expecting them to do that. Like,
yeah, those people in the chat were saying, "Oh, this was recorded hours ago."
I don't know about you lot, right? And this is not the DCU now, but I'm actually really angry that Robert Downey Jr. is playing like Doctor Doom because I love Doctor Doom. He ain't got the size of Doctor Doom. Sorry.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Not many Doom fans.
I don't like it, man.
But I want to see it. I'd be lying if I said I don't want to see it. I really do.
Yeah, it's intriguing. Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie. Like, watch Iron Man and then watch Oppenheimer. Like,
it's like totally different.
That man's versatility is insane. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Again, I was never really a big fan of Iron Man. Like, I like the fact that you could fly around and shit. When his movies came out, I really liked his movies. You know, I got
that's what a lot of people say. The MCU made these characters popular.
Yeah, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I was mad when he got casted as Dr. Doom, but I want to see this shit. I really want to see this shit.
I want to see it because he's such a good actor and he's got range, and I think
with the Doom thing,
and I think he could still pull it off. I think even at his worst acting range, he still does a good job. If you understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Yes,
but
yes.
I would have liked someone else to play the role because when we think of Tony Stark or Iron Man, you think of Robert Downey Jr.'s face. It's just how it is, and I don't like the fact that now when we get Doctor Doom, we're now going to think of Robert Downey Jr. as well. I would have liked someone else to get the chance for them to shine. Do you know what I mean? That's just my big thing on it.
That's a lot of
I do have one thing. You know how Dr. Doom is known for wearing that mask because of his scarred face?
Yep.
Knowing an actor like I was gonna say, knowing an A-list actor like him, they're not gonna keep his face in all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing that annoyed me. Like, just read Doctor Doom, the Books of Doom. It's probably the best Doctor Doom comic of all time, right? It's just the way with Doctor Doom, he had a bit of size to him, right? And he's a bit imposing. He's an intimidating figure. As great as an actor as Robert Downey Jr. is, with his age, I don't think he's even going to commit to the role in terms of the physical side to it. Acting-wise, yes, he will. He probably will do a good job. But I just think it's all the extras, all the other little bits that people aren't thinking about. It's just, I just can't see him as Doctor Doom and his voice. I don't know. That's just me personally. Maybe because I love the character so much. So I just can't. I don't know.
It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, man.
So, I mean, the only time I ever thought a live action Doctor Doom was fine was the one from 2005.
I agree.
Yeah, I thought that was all right. I like that.
Even though he has like electricity powers.
Well, I mean, is it fair to say that Doom can do that? He just doesn't really do that because he's better than that. Like, he can do that.
Doctor Doom can do that. I mean, Doctor Doom, if you read the comics, remember his mum was a witch, right? Okay. And she obviously used powers to kill all the people in that there who were oppressing them, the gypsy. He has them powers.
I mean, just hearing Julian McMahon going, "This is going to be fun."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit definitely threw me off because, like, when I think of Doom, I think of like, that imposing ass motherfucker. But like,
I do.
Just hearing that,
If Robert Downey Jr. doesn't call one person in Doomsday a cretin, I'm going to be disappointed.
Cretin?
Because that's one of Dr. Doom's most famous words. He calls peasants cretins.
There's one thing that needs to be established is Doom's hatred for Reed Richards.
Yeah, Reed Richards hates the Fantastic Four. Reed Richards took everything from him.
fact.
He hates him. And if they don't have that, that will annoy me. Yeah, they do. And I want them to establish that's if it depends on the universe. If Doctor Doom's actually in the Fantastic Four's universe and he gets brought here, we don't know that yet.
Y'all remember Kurt Connors from Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, right?
Oh yeah, Dylan Baker.
He should have been Lizard.
Dylan Baker. So that was my fan cast for Doctor Doom. And fun fact, he voices Doctor Doom on the Marvel's Wastelanders podcast. And
really,
yes, he does.
And
see, I never knew that. I didn't know that, but now you just told me about the character being nearly cast for Doctor Doom, well, fan cast. I can actually see that. I can see it.
Yeah, I like if you just go look up Marvel's Wastelanders. If you got Spotify, go on Spotify, Marvel's Wastelanders. Just listen to the Doom. Just go to any Doom episode and just listen to his voice. You'd understand what I'm talking about. In terms of looks, he is older. He's a lot older now. Like he don't look how he used to look, when we seen him in Spider-Man.
No.
You know what I mean?
But if he's got that mask on all the time, it won't matter anyway.
Right. No, that's a fact. It could work, but in terms of like if he was to move on some crazy shit, whatever the fuck, he might not be able to do that. There might be some stunts that he can't do with Doom. That was my only concern. But other than that, for me, that would be Dr. Doom. 100%.
I just want Doctor Doom to be imposing, man. Doctor Doom is Marvel's greatest ever villain. It's hard for me to call him a villain because he is a villain and he's not. I don't think people understand how in depth that character is.
He's complex.
He's not.
And if they don't make him imposing,
like he will feed your kid and put him to bed if you're not home. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not a bad person, but it's like he will turn around and tell you you're a bad dad because you weren't there. And I had
he does. Also reminds me. Let's hope Doom is actually the ruler of Latveria.
He better be the ruler of Latveria because otherwise, if he's not Doctor Doom. That's just part of the character because that's why the Avengers and all these other characters can't actually really do anything to Doctor Doom. Not only just because he's just way more powerful than them all, he's also a leader and it will cause conflicts in that world if anything happens to him.
I also made a vow that every time we talk about Doctor Doom, we got to talk about how in 1962, this motherfucker made a magnetic device the size of a soda can, stuck it to the Baxter Building's basement.
Yeah, built it to space with the fucking Namor. Yeah.
Bro, that was the most utter, insane, absurd, ridiculous shit I've ever seen.
Well, this reminds me.
Yeah, then he told Stanley and Jack Kirby that he better bring Reed Richards. He brought him to
Thing's face after that, like, the way he's drawn and then, like, his head is down, like, that would be my exact reaction to that. Talking about some, you're about to be launched into the sun. The sun will receive you warmly. Forgive my jest. Like, bro, what the fuck? That is the most absurd shit I've ever seen in my life when it comes to comics.
Okay. I just looked up some crazy things Dr. Doom did. Apparently, in the 2015 Secret Wars, he ripped Thanos' spine out.
Yeah, he took him out. One punch through the gut, ripped his spine out. That's what I mean. People going about Thanos, and people who like go on about him are like these people that have never read comic books. They just see the MCU and they instantly think he's the most powerful. No, he's not. Dr. Doom would bitch slap him and make him a stool.
Even Bob Mephisto.
That's what he do.
Oh my god,
dude!
It's not even on the same level. Dr. Doom's like
Dr. Doom did that, and he created his own world.
He created
a Battle World
with Reed Richards' brain.
Yeah, did it with Battle World.
He's crazy. He is crazy.
Yeah. And then he fucking brainwashed all these heroes and took them from their world into his world and brainwashed them into thinking that the world that they're on is where they've always been. And they didn't know no different.
Listen,
they had to do the Doombots right.
This nigga was going to hell, right? Listen to this. This nigga was going to hell. Reed Richards was the only person there to save him. And this motherfucker, like, his hand was right there. All he had to do was reach out and grab it.
Victor.
All he had to do was reach out and grab it. This motherfucker just stood there, arms crossed.
I was slightly worried for Avengers Doomsday.
Like, that nigga just dropped to the depths, bro. He'd rather burn in hell for eternity than fucking ask Reed Richards a hand and guidance or for fucking forgiveness.
Yeah, he hates.
I don't know which comic it is, Ty, but I can't remember which one it is now. But I remember reading it was like years ago. But I remember reading a comic book where Galactus was about to like eat Earth and something, and all the Avengers couldn't do nothing to him. He took one look at Doctor Doom, knowing how powerful he was, and thought, "Fuck that," and just left the Earth alone.
Because what are you gonna do with that?
And this is Galactus we're talking about.
I wonder how Galactus is going to be in the movie. I can't wait to see how he's.
Oh yeah, well, we did see he has.
He's going to be probably race swapped, gender swapped. Probably has an LGBTQ flag on his chest. I don't know, probably.
Man, my man's gonna be wearing the fresh Jordans that come out in July.
Fresh Jordans. It's gonna be a female Galactus.
Not his daughter.
Galactus' daughter. That's what it's gonna be.
Galactica, not his kid.
Well, I mean, it's really a girl.
He's going to be flying to the Earth on a unicorn.
Oh Lord! It's gonna be some Thor: Love and Thunder nonsense all over again. Please don't do that to me.
The Fantastic Four chorus is gonna be playing.
Utter trash. Utter trash. Don't do that to me. All right.
Yeah, that recent video of James Gunn is so funny.
With his dog.
The recent video of James Gunn.
No, he's talking about the
That's what I was going to say about the dog as well.
I'm talking about the,
you know what people don't understand?
The dog.
You know the dog in the James Gunn universe, right? It's not even Superman's. It's Supergirl's fucking dog. Read the comics for fuck's sake. That's not even Superman's dog.
Yeah, because I always wondered about that. Like he never came with him on the ship, right? Like
no. He came with Supergirl.
This universe.
I mean, if you read a Supergirl, the Woman of Tomorrow, and that, well, it's pretty greedy, right? Because she has a cat and a dog, and I'm pretty sure that the cat is called Ginge. I could be wrong or something, but the dog, even though most people probably think that Krypto's Superman's dog, right? Because Supergirl isn't really as popular as Superman, no way near. So they automatically think, well, Krypto's Superman's. He's not. In the comics, it's always been Supergirl's, and in this, they said that Supergirl, the film, takes a lot of inspiration from the Woman of Tomorrow. If that's the case, then in that comic book, Krypto is her dog, and Superman occasionally, as she's going through space doing her own adventures, he looks after the dog for her. So that's what I think it is. He's just looking after the dog. He's getting used to it. That's why he's jumping all over him.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
because like in every other iteration, like not even just that, but like generally, Krypto is known as Superman's dog. Like that's Superman's dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how like you would generally receive that until you
general audience would
right until you read Woman of Tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? Like I feel like that I'm not gonna say that was the only iteration where they done that, but like that's the only one that stood out and
it's the most well-known version of it.
Yes.
Well, I mean, like when it comes to like Supergirl, usually most of the stories like she lands on Earth when Clark is already Superman.
Right.
Yeah, it's because he lands on as a baby, and as she's coming to the Earth, she's older on Krypton, so she actually sees the destruction of Krypton because she's older. But she's going through space. But her actual origin is when she's through space, Darkseid actually captures her midway coming through space, right? And he takes her to Apocalypse and raises her by himself.
You know,
that's one of the origins.
They kind of did that similar thing in that recent Superman cartoon with Brainiac.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Saeed. Truth, do you think the Flash will get the animation treatment before we see him in live action? I don't think so. I think we will see Flash in live action.
Speaking of the Flash,
I think it'll be
a lot of
Barry
people
Allen
think the Flash they should have is Wally West.
It could be Wally West.
Wally West is superior in terms of the powers. In terms of powers, Wally West is superior, right? And I probably like Wally West a tiny bit more because of it's the nostalgia growing up with the the Justice League cartoons. Yeah, it's that. But Barry Allen, when I watched the Flash TV series, like the early on when it didn't go shit, I started to gravitate towards more to Barry Allen. So it's hard out of them two. I don't know which one I'd like to be the main Flash, but I think they're using Wally West as the main Flash anyway. I think that's what they're going for because Ezra Miller and all of his shit, it's left a bad taste in people's mouths. I think that's what they're doing.
No, like my thing with Flash, dude, like when I first seen Flash, like that's kind of how I felt. I felt how Metal felt. Like it was like I fucked with Wally, but like
yeah, man,
Barry was that guy. You know what I'm saying? To me, he still is. But like I seen Jay Garrick and I was like, oh, that's the first Flash, and he's this cool, and he's the OG Flash. I ain't gonna lie. So me personally, I always pick Jay Garrick, but like when it comes to modern day Flash, Barry Allen, because
I think
to me, I feel like he's the epitome.
But it wasn't Barry Allen.
I think the Barry Allen Flash only got popular when the Grant Gustin show came out.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was, but what it was is it got more. Yeah, you're right. It did get more popular when that came out. It's almost like the Green Lantern situation. Right. For a time, Green Lantern got memed on and shit on for years. Hal Jordan's version, and then you had like all the other like Kyle Rayner and that all came along, right? And Jon Stewart's always been loved anyway, and it's kind of similar with the Flash in that way. But Mark Waid, with his run, he bought when he killed him off. Wally West was the one at the forefront, and then all these shows that came out had Wally West. He was like the Flash. He was the poster boy for the Flash. So over time, because there wasn't much of Barry Allen, people kind of just drifted away from Barry Allen and almost forgot he was even a Flash. And you're right, it was because of the TV series that made him more popular. You're not wrong about that.
I mean, I do remember the first time they tried Barry Allen TV, which was the one in the 90s with John Wesley Show.
I like the 90s one. It's so cheesy, but I love it. Just for nostalgia purposes. I thought it was fun.
I mean, he gave us Mark Hamill as the trickster.
He came back with a Flash too.
OG Flash, man, you know what I'm saying? And then like at the same time, he was Jay Garrick. So like, that like I said, for me, that's why like I picked Jay Garrick, and then like plus like he took off his helmet. And then he used super speed, punched the top of it, and then just sonic waves came out of it. Like, I don't know. Like, that was so fucking cool. Like, you don't see Flash modern day doing shit like that. But
no,
you do see
him doing.
You do see him doing other things. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like to see one of the classics do something like that, and he just walks away like one of them badasses in the wet. You're like, yeah, I like that shit. I'm not gonna lie, but
it's dope.
When we move on to like, what's his name, Ezra Miller. I'm not gonna lie. Like
he was basically Wally West, but with Barry Allen's name.
Exactly.
I feel like if he was Peter Parker, if he was the Flash, he was very clumsy. You know what I'm saying? Like he was very Peter Parker. I mean, Barry Allen is kind of clumsy. He's always late, so he did nail that. They did nail that. But you know,
you're right. Yeah,
it was the way he was looking, the way he was acting, you know what I'm saying? But what sealed it for me on Ezra Miller's Flash, like we gotta give credit to Snyder boys. You gotta give credit to him. But like, yo, that Speed Force scene.
The turning back time.
Yeah. Yo, he saved
wicked.
The world and the way what he was saying while he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was doing this shit for like his dad. He thought about his dad. He wasn't thinking about himself. Wasn't thinking about the league. Hell, he wasn't thinking about other people. He was thinking about his dad. You know what I'm saying? Like he was thinking about, you know, his life in that moment. You know what I'm saying? That's what was keeping him going, pushing him, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, Ty, you gotta admit though, that was cool, right? But his run, the way he was running was almost like he was shitting himself trying to run to the toilet. Come on.
Strangely, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of liked it, and I understood why they did it. It's like it feels like the Speed Force is pushing you. You know what I'm saying? You're not really gonna be running straight like you're fucking Usain Bolt. You're not going to be doing that. So I guess I can understand why it looked like that. As soon as it starts looking like ice skating, that's kind of where I draw the line.
The ice skating.
Right? In my opinion, though, and the Flash is like my favorite speedster in all of comics. He is the best. But in my opinion, but in my opinion, right, I do think, do you know the X-Men movie with Quicksilver? I think the way they did the run in there and the scene with the slow motion, I can't remember which one it was, that was amazing.
100%.
I think it might have been Days of Future Past or X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, something like that, man.
Yeah, it was something.
I think it's Days of Future Past.
I love that movie. That was a dope movie. Quicksilver was dope in that movie too.
Let's face it, right? Quicksilver's got nothing on the Flash. It ain't even close. Like, don't even fucking try that shit with me.
but he's still cool too. I'm not gonna lie. Like he's just mad nonchalant with it. Like he's not a bad guy, but he's not a good guy either. Like he's just like there.
No.
He's just there.
Speaking of the X-Men, how do you feel that the original Fox X-Men cast are in Doomsday?
I love it because I love Ian McKellen as Magneto. I just loved it in the early 2000s. So that scene where he stops all the guns at the start of the film and turns them all back on him. It's so funny.
Ian McKellen, I was with the shits. As soon as it said Patrick Stewart, I was with the shits.
Justice
I'm
for
hoping
Cyclops,
though. Don't fuck my boy over Cyclops. He
Yeah,
was
please do it correct.
he was the main X-Men.
Marston justice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah, he
before
got done filthy.
Wolverine, a lot of people don't know. Before Wolverine was even fucking created,
was
he wasn't even a part of the X-Men. It was Cyclops was the main
Cyclops
one.
was the leader.
Do him
Yes,
justice, for
100%.
God's sake.
There's a reason why his catchphrase is "To me, my X-Men."
Yes.
Yeah, because he is the leader, whether they like it or not. And I love Logan,
he's one of
but let's get real.
first students.
Yeah, Cyclops should be the leader. That's how it's always been.
I agree with that.
I hope, just like what Deadpool did with Wolverine, they give him his comic accurate suit.
Yeah.
Nah, give him the leather jacket.
Give us the classic X-Men costume. Give me the yellow, give me the blue, give me that spandex. Give me all of that.
What would you prefer?
Give me the trunks.
And one thing they need to stop doing in the MCU, don't bother making a Blade film. Fucking leave it out now. Just stop. Don't bother.
Yeah,
you're not even going to do it
justice. There's only going to be one Blade.
Yo, the guy that saved how the guy that saved Marvel is not getting a movie. How can you get a guy who's sleeping? He's sleeping in Marvel Rivals. This motherfucker's game. We're still waiting on that, brother. Blade is not getting the love he deserves.
No, entirely. Let's face it, right? Without Blade, if Blade wasn't even around, I'm not being horrible. DC was making like your Batman 89s, and even though let's not get into it, like your Batman and Robin, it's shit, but it was still a big film for kids, right? It was still big. And while DC were doing that and smashing it in the movie scene, fucking Marvel were making Howard the Duck. I'm just saying.
When Blade came out in '98, it was a year after Batman and Robin.
Yeah, it was. It killed it. It changed the game.
Changed the game. 100%.
One of my favorite all-time comic book films of all time, though, because I've got it tattooed on my arm, is The Crow. I love 1994's The Crow, man.
They made the best decision by calling Wesley Snipes and said, "Hey, we got a role for you. It's this guy named Blade." You know what I'm saying?
He hunts vampires.
Yeah.
And you get Wesley Snipes in that guideline. Some motherfucker always trying to ask you uphill.
And that's one thing I'll say as well with Blade. That's one race swap that I've always said they really did like. That was perfect because originally in the comics, Blade was just a white man. He wasn't black. And I think them changing the race, it just fit so perfectly. That was the best race swap ever in comics. I'm just going to say it. It was.
I read there was a deleted scene in the first Blade that was teasing the Spider-Man villain Morbius.
Yeah, he was in the first movie.
Yeah, there was. Yeah. Because Morbius actually bites a Blade and Blade is a vampire because of Morbius. That's one of the origins.
So go look up Bullets and Blockbusters on YouTube. Shout out to Bullet.
Oh, I like that channel. I follow him.
Yeah, he talks about that. And there's an actual shot of what is supposed to be
it's just a guy in a black cape in the distance.
Pretty much, but it is Morbius.
That would have been dope. How come they did that? I would have loved to see that shit. That shit.
You know why? These niggas was broke. They was trying to get money. I don't think there's enough money for that shit, and I think it was also a rights issue because he's a part of the Spider-Man.
Yeah. I mean, the first time people ever, I think, aside from the comics, people ever heard of Blade was the '90s animation when he was only sucking plasma.
Yeah, because Blade wasn't that popular. It was Wesley Snipes that popularized Blade. That's just a fact.
Right, like that's really what did it, and not for nothing, it's Wesley Snipes that did it because you got New Jack City. You know what I'm saying? You got him playing all these different types of roles. Like, you know, he was very much known in the
Demolition Man.
Yeah,
the list goes on.
He was very much known.
Oh yeah, I remember him in Demolition Man.
He was very much known in the Hollywood industry.
Yeah, man, great film.
Yeah,
I mean, one film I hope they do justice to when they make a new Spawn.
Yeah, that's him
I hope
right there.
Spawn justice.
That's him right there.
Yeah. He got the leather coat, leather pants. He's ready to rock. He's ready to go.
I think the blue hair and the pale white face. Oh, I agree with this.
Hey, true. That's just your feed outside your house. Fucking 4KO's outside your house. Look there, he's right there on your camera. You better not give him any lip.
I'm gonna have to fly over there like Superman, help bro out.
Just watching me and lurking in the shadows. Is he done yet?
He's gonna bite you. He's gonna bite you and turn you into a Snyder, bro. Need the blood of James Gunn fans.
I got a 10 o'clock meeting to fight Spider-Man.
The new Diaper Man. That shit is so corny. Diaper Man.
This
is so cringe. So cringe. It's so corny. Like, come on, y'all can do better than that, bro.
But everybody, everybody that say that love Arkham City, and they ain't had no problem with Batman wearing trunks. Then, dumbass motherfucker.
No. Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know when they do a new Batman tie? I really want them to do a Batman with like the long horns. I don't want short horns. I want if they could do like an Arkham City.
Yeah, people want Batman in the blue and gray.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it.
I want them ears to be antennas. Right.
I think the DC Batman
want them because the one thing that DC has done with Batman and his ears that you probably maybe have read in a comic way back when is make the ears antenna. So like when Alfred is talking and he's talking to Alfred, that's how he's talking to him through that.
Yeah, and antennas built inside the ears. Yeah.
Yeah, it was always like this. Alfred, come in.
And that's why if you look at Arkham City when he's on top of the
Alfred, come in.
He's touching his temple. He's mind reading.
It's mind reading.
I'm more like Charles.
He's secretly Professor X.
I don't know whether any of you know this, right? But I hope if the DC universe does like kick off, right, and it does become successful, one story that I'd love to see is Batman getting hold of every single lantern ring when he's sitting on that throne. That'd be cool as fuck. The guy that doesn't have powers, and you kind of see live action have all these powers.
Power move. I don't think we're gonna see, if we do get something like that, we're not gonna see that right away. Especially if it's just
no. I want that later on. I don't want it early on. No, don't do it early.
Yo, I do want them to tease the Tower of Babel, though. I do want them to tease.
Yeah, that needs to happen. And Flashpoint needs to happen properly.
At the end of the Justice League movie, like the nigga just pulls out a drawer or he walks into a room and then there's just Kryptonite, this fucking thing that can, fuck with your mind. It's for Wonder Woman, ice for Flash, the Yellow Lantern ring for fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like so many different things. And then he just talking about certain shit, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even need to talk about the Kryptonite. You know what that's for. You know what I'm saying?
You want to see DC.
But Kryptonite gets overused, though. Kryptonite to me, right? It's overused, and it doesn't even actually do that much to Superman, realistically, in the comics. It's whoever the writer is, they make it more deadly than what it actually needs to be.
They came up with different colors, like yellow Kryptonite, pink Kryptonite.
I didn't like what they did with that because originally it did one thing and then it changed to another, all because of a damn.
What is that?
What is that?
Looks like the Affleck suit.
That's like the metal aspect for Batman for BBS, I think, like the metal cowl.
Nah, stop it. Wears. That's a fucking T800 in a Batman suit. Stop.
You know what though?
Batman, I will be back.
I don't hate it.
You didn't send me the link. That's why I didn't show up.
But I wonder, like, what? I'm trying to figure out why.
Fuck you.
Like, where was the idea? Where was this going?
You know where this was going? Injustice. And oh god. I don't even want to go on about it.
Good when you played a video game.
You know what?
Yeah.
Despite how much I like the game Injustice, I feel like its portrayal of Superman in that game ruined the reputation of the character for years to go.
No, I was literally just about to say the same thing. Well, because of that fucking comic book, everyone wanted Superman like that, man.
Because I feel like a lot of people are tired of the Boy Scouts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, people prefer evil dictator Superman now.
I'll tell you why they're tired of it. Because most people have never read a fucking comic book in their life, and they don't have to. I get it. I understand. It's niche. You either like reading or you don't. And these days, reading ain't really popular, is it? Right? It's just not. Right? That's why comic book sales ain't like as big as they are. But let's face one thing: if you read the comic books, Superman is not a boring character. They just call him boring because they say he's not relatable. He's too powerful. Yeah, but he actually isn't a boring character.
You got to understand, like, when Injustice came out, there were some dudes who are fans of these guys and was like, yo, word, this is happening. It's like, this is going to be like Mortal Kombat. And then, like, they got sons, so they're going to buy it. And they're going to think that, because it's got superheroes in it, they, their sons can play it. And to an extent, they kind of can. It's really not that bad in terms of, like, how do you say it? Like R-ratedness, if you will. Like, it's not that bad. Like, you don't really see crazy shit besides the Shazam incident, but you don't really see that.
Oh, that Shazam incident, that was unexpected, though.
When you think about Superman murdered a child.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, he murdered everybody in Injustice.
Right. Yeah, but it's like, but you gotta think about it, though, the way it's done. Like, you don't really see his face melting, but you know what's happening. You know.
But they're the best shots, though. Like in old horror movies, like the original Halloween. When you have a kill that's off screen, right? It's a lot worse than what it is when they show you the kill. Because when they show you the kill, that's what the director wants you to see. Whereas when you don't see the kill happen, your brain is coming up with all these images in your head of thinking how, like the result of how it would look, like if a brain's mushed and stuff, right? So it actually plays on your mind worse than actually seeing it.
Fair enough, but like
if you know what I mean.
A young boy wouldn't instantly start to like think about, like it would just think, oh, dude got his face melted. It's fucking cool. Like that's how we were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we think about that now.
When I'm talking about,
but
when I'm talking about reputation, I just think people weren't a fan of Superman being an evil dictator ruling over the planet.
Yeah.
There's a comment just then that just went by. Someone just commented about the magic. He's right as well. Magic, people go on like that's Superman's weakness. No, he's not. It's not a weakness to Superman. He just doesn't like magic. It doesn't really do anything to me. He just doesn't like it. But he can fight through magic. Kryptonite is the only weakness he kind of has, right? But it depends, like I said, on the writer and who's producing a Superman film.
Yeah, like if let's say Black Adam shooted at him.
Yeah.
Right. Because you can't really.
Kryptonite's a get out of jail card, though. It's always been a get out of jail card with Superman. It's always, what's the best way to beat Superman or to make the stakes in the films high? Let's just fucking get a Kryptonite. It's always been a get out of jail card all the time.
I mean, when General Zod was in the original Superman 2, that was like an actual physical threat.
Yeah, that's why I liked it. And that's why I'm hoping with this new one, it's not just Kryptonite. I don't think I think they will use Kryptonite, but I hope when it's Ultraman, I'm hoping Ultraman's Bizarro. That's what I'm hoping, because it should be.
Bizarro under that mask?
I think he is personally, yeah, I do. Could be wrong, but I just feel like after reading the comic books, it makes sense.
Imagine if it is Bizarro and we see David Cornsweat's face all messed up going, me, Superman.
James Gunn would do that too. James Gunn would definitely do that because he loves
really
the comics.
He would.
He would do the whole.
Seeing David Cornsweat's face all messed up, going, "Me, I'm a hero. Me, destroy."
Where's that photo? You know what I'm talking about.
In 4K, I would say to fucking Bizarro, suck dick, because he'd actually really want Bizarro to suck his dick.
Where's that one photo that's got his cape on backwards? Where's that shit at?
Backwards.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, you remember that one.
Oh, that's Superman cape. David Cornsweat's Superman cape. That's probably the best bit of his suit. That thing's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I like how.
The behind the scenes shot when he's walking and you see it flowing.
That's one thing. That's another thing. Another W I got to get to James Gunn, because everybody, even myself, was asking for that S on that cape. He put it there.
Yeah, man. It just makes sense. It has to be there.
But there was this one shot. I don't know how official it is or not, but like, it's that in the puddle, in a puddle of water or some shit, and reflecting off a puddle of water, and it's backwards, and it's got that Bizarro hue to it. Like,
there it is.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's right there.
You on about that there? Yeah. Yeah, that looks like Bizarro. I mean, look at the way the cape is. It looks all tattered. That to me looks like Bizarro.
If we get Bizarro in this movie, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'd love that.
It would make sense. It would make sense.
It would make sense on
why, especially if Ultraman is a clone of David Cornsweat.
Yeah, and we know that usually
he has to be
Bizarro.
I thought it was.
And another thing, right? I know, like all of you like the behind the sneak peek trailer. Did you all like it?
Yeah, I loved it.
The sneak peek.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And what was the bit in it that you all reacted to? Because I'm going to say this before any of you say it, right? I've seen all these people reacting to the sneak peek. Yeah, and it was all reacting to certain things. There's one thing out of every single thing they shown that made me get goosebumps and the hair stand up on my back. And that was when they shot the sun at him, and you heard that score come in, and then you heard him healing up, and it made you think, like, whoever's fucked him up, they're now fucked. Like, you're fucked, mate, because he's getting back in shape now. That scene where you hear the John Williams score come in, and I'm sorry, as soon as the sun hits and that fucking score hits, that's the I don't even know how to explain it. I don't.
I know exactly what you mean, because that shit that I slapped at the right time, and I was like, oh man, this shit's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking great.
Yeah, this here. I've replayed this like 100 times, man. Turn that shit up.
Yeah.
Well, I will admit, I like that the fortress is back to an icily crystally.
I agree.
Look at this. Oh yeah, fucker! Come on. When I heard that though, yeah, that fucking score right there. There's no superhero score ever that's as iconic as that. That isn't.
Right there is what got me, and that's like that shit just started going. I was like, oh yeah.
And me.
Well, let's hope whatever news footage.
I think this movie is gonna be great.
When I heard that score come in, all I could think of was whoever's beat him up. Like as soon as that sun hit him, I thought whoever's beat him up in that film, like they don't understand how fucked they are now.
Yeah, like I'm betting whoever fought him before he fell in the ice must have been a tough opponent.
Exactly, and that's why when they go Superman's weak, he's beat up. No, it's meant to show you that the enemy that he's coming up against. Yeah. When do you ever see Superman getting battered to where there's blood? Like without Kryptonite, when do you ever see it with pure blunt force? You don't see it, do you? So the whole point is it's trying to show you that this threat that he's going up against is fucking dangerous. That's the point.
Yeah, somebody in the comments said this S symbol is also similar to Bizarro. I actually do.
Yeah, I agree. And you know all about the sun? They're going, why ain't Superman healing? Why is he screaming? Well, why ain't the sun healing him anyway when he's in that area? One, the sun's quite blocked out where he is in the Fortress of Solitude, right? Why do you think fucking none of the ice around him's melted? And two, the reason why he screams, imagine having his fucking ribs broke and then I'm snapping back into place. To us, right, we're going to think that, oh, he's actually got a human anatomy. That's what he has. He just has all these powers. All right, but imagine having your bones snap back into place. Is that not going to hurt? What is it going to be all right? Yeah, you're going to feel all right. You're going to feel nice.
If they do have Bizarro, I can picture the first scene is like Superman saying, "Who are you?" He takes off the mask, and we hear, "Me, Superman."
And all about how goofy it looks.
That would be dope.
Yeah. I mean, what about how goofy it looks? We haven't had a Superman film where Metropolis actually has Metropolis, the character. The cities where these characters are just as much as the character themselves. Yeah, that's why I've always put DC above Marvel. Yeah, because most of the Marvel characters, there literally should be no crime ever in New York, right? Because half of the fucking Marvel cast live there.
Let me ask you a quick question. I know we waiting on Supergirl. That shit's coming. But how would y'all feel if the post-credit scene, right, of Superman was Superman on a building and he's reading a note saying, "Meet me here," right? No signature, nothing. And then motherfucker turns around.
And it's Batman?
What would y'all do?
Oh, I
would be happy about that. It's too soon to me. It's too soon. I think that's too soon.
That would be a crazy way to introduce who's Batman, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you can just like see his cape and the ears and the shadow eyes.
Yeah, I mean, it would be, but it would just feel like we're doing this again. Snyder shit. Like we talk about Batman. What I want a Superman film where, even though if it's good or not, the whole thing we talk about at the end is what? The Batman note. It will take away from Superman. Like, I don't want shit to take away from him. I want it just to be focused on him solely.
Fair enough. I feel like he should say something to Superman at the same time, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because again, this is Superman's film, so it's like.
You know what I wouldn't mind? I wouldn't mind if Damian Wayne, because that's who they're saying is going to be the brave and the bold. You know what I mean? The Robin. I wouldn't mind if Robin's in trouble and Superman ends up saving Robin, and he meets Batman through Damian Wayne.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I'd like that.
I would love that. Because that Batman movie that's coming up is a Batman and Robin movie, so you know that.
Yeah, Brave and the Bold.
That is fair.
The last time they tried Robin on the big screen was Chris O'Donnell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
man, I want to see Nightwing for fuck's sake. I want to see Nightwing in Bloodhaven.
Shit was insane, yo. Like I don't know. I like this cadence, but at the same time, it just wasn't believable. Like, you know, like, bro, you're fucking like 25, 30. You're not 17.
You're supposed to be the boy wonder, for God's sake.
And then like, what the fuck? Like, oh man, I don't know what they were thinking back then. I really don't. But I think I'd rather that over Damian Wayne. What was it? Damon Wayne. What was it? One of the Wayne's brothers was going to be Robin. I didn't know.
Well, actually, isn't like doesn't usually Batman get Damian Wayne when he's like way later in his career?
Yeah, he's way later because he has an affair with Talia, and obviously the things with Damian, he's trained by the League of Assassins.
If that's what you
and I like that conflict because he doesn't automatically get on with Batman straight away. It's a conflict between them both. Batman's trying to get to the grips with knowing he's got a son, but his son also don't follow the way he follows, which is the no kill rule. That's why Damian's a cool character, because he has the kill rule, because he's been brought up like that. That's why I like the friction and the tension. I hope they play on that a bit.
I mean, he was trained by Ra's al Ghul in the League of Shadows.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right, but he's ultimately raised by Batman. I mean, I guess like you could say he's raised by them too, but like, you know, he in his later years he's raised by Bruce Wayne and Alfred. So like, you know, he learns the sense of a normal life in some capacity. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why Damian's wicked in the later Teen Titans, because he was in Teen Titans for a little while.
Right. I like the dynamic they have, because it's like Damian will do crazy things and it's like Batman will stop him, and then it's like Damian would be like, "What? You don't think about doing this shit every day?" Batman would be like, "I do, actually." It
grounds Batman more. It grounds him, and I'm going to say this time, whether you agree with me,
but it brings
Batman
out
to me. It always worked better with a Robin.
It brings out the truth about Batman, though. Even though Batman, Batman thinks about it. He actually does. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like it would be easy to do that, but it's like, you know, it's about centering yourself and not, you know, going to that side. You know what I'm saying? That's something he was trying to teach his son.
Well, here's the thing. I think after having two realistic Batmans with Bale and Pattinson, I think fans want Batman to go back to the fantastical elements.
Yeah, but that's what's been missing. There's so much more to Batman. Like there's so much more to him. It's just a shame that
he has
his mythos and his character left behind.
Let me put it to you like this: as a Batman connoisseur, thanks to Tom King, Batman has a cave on the moon. That needs to happen. Yeah, he does. You're not wrong. That needs to happen.
I agree.
I'm not saying that storyline needs to happen because it was a very desolate time. These niggas had to leave Earth, and then it's like they went to the moon, and then it was like, no, we got covered there.
You're right. He does have that on the moon. It's cool. See, fantastical. Yeah. If you take out the fantastical out of Batman, and I think that's what a lot of people have done as well, because Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight did so well, they just relied so heavily on that, and people think Batman's that. He's not. He's so much more than just that. I wish people would understand how much there is to Batman. There's fucking loads to him that people don't know about. There's so much.
It's like he would very much be one of the Star Wars characters that's not force sensitive. Like he would take everything in that universe and use it to his advantage. He would be he'd
be the Han Solo of Star Wars, in my opinion.
Yes, in my opinion,
don't get cocky.
Don't get cocky.
Yeah.
But basically, what I'm trying to say is, even in space, he will utilize, you know, the fucking planets to his advantage. He will utilize the damn natural satellites to his advantage. You know what I'm saying? That needs to happen.
As long as we get to see Batman knock out Guy Gardner with one punch like he did in the JLA, I'm happy.
Yeah, we can see that.
I remember
Nate the Fillion get his shit rocked out.
I remember one episode of the Justice League cartoon where Batman was going to literally pilot the Watchtower to Earth to sacrifice himself.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That was my favorite scene. My son was looking at Armageddon and didn't give two fucks. He was still going.
I'd like a live-action Killing Joke type movie. I would like that. Obviously, not the ending of Killing Joke, but I'd like something like that.
Give me Jason Todd too. I want Jason Todd in the DCU.
Yeah, I want that under the Red Hood. But I do want Nightwing. I do want Nightwing so bad. I want to see Bloodhaven in live action.
Yeah, you don't get Red Hood. You can't do Red Hood and not do Nightwing. So I
you can't.
Bring them both in.
Yeah, bring
and one other thing.
We want the Bat family.
I don't want Deathstroke being a Batman villain. And this is what most people don't understand. Deathstroke is a fucking
Teen Titans
a Nightwing villain. Yeah, Tim Drake. He's not. He is not a Batman villain.
That's an Arrow villain.
He was, but originally he's always been a fucking like a Robin villain. He's always been that.
He first appeared in the Teen Titans issue.
Yeah, he's always been that way.
Deathstroke, the Terminator.
Yo, I even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like 3 years ago, I always thought he was a Batman villain, but then I learned about.
No.
Well, I think the reason why people thought. I think the Arkham games is what made people think he was.
Yeah, Origins, Arkham Origins made him that way. Yeah,
it is actually because Deathstroke was hired or took the contract to hunt down Batman. So therein, everybody thought, and Arkham Knight as well. Arkham Knight, when after you beat the Arkham Knight, discover that.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
same finger pose.
See, but Deathstroke's a good villain, though. Deathstroke's a great villain, like he's not just. Yeah, I mean, I like Deathstroke. He's not just. Carry on.
Superman Christopher Reeve story, man. I'm telling you, that shit is great.
Yeah, I watched it in cinema. I went to see it when it came out in cinema, and it was so like that was emotional, man.
Yeah, I remember when Christopher Reeve was still alive, he appeared on Smallville, and he made Tom Welling his successor.
He did on Smallville, didn't he? Yeah. On that Smallville episode, I know what you're on about now. Yeah.
Whatever, I guess.
Yeah. I remember now. Yeah.
See, like, I didn't watch the show, but I know about it through the community. So, like, I pretty much know, like, kind of what y'all know to a certain degree. Like, Cyborg was in Blue Beetle was in
when I watched the behind the scenes, they literally showed a footage of Christopher Reeve in the suit smiling.
Oh, that's nice.
As great as David Corenswet will be, and I think he'll kill the role. I always say to people, I don't think you should ever compare any Superman that comes along to Christopher Reeve. And they'll be like, why? He's the gold standard. That's what you expect. I said, that's the point. Christopher Reeve, to me, he just is Superman. He embodies it. And I don't think it's fair to compare anyone to him because of just how great he was.
Yeah, he's literally the comic book character ripped into the big screen.
Yeah, he's very.
Yeah, he's the godfather of the DC big screen. That's what he is.
He represents the Silver Age Superman very much. Like everything that Silver Age Superman did, he can do. Or
I remember going to the theater and watched that documentary they made about him.
Yeah, that's what I was on about. I've seen it as well, the Christopher Reeve story.
I watched it.
That shit was emotional, man.
I watched.
You've seen him in that bed.
It was great.
God,
I would watch it again.
Yeah, it's too emotional. I can't watch it over again. It's too sad.
Yeah, the scene like Robin Williams, interact with him, seeing Robin Williams there, and then knowing in the back of your head what happened to him as well. It was just fucking hell.
You know what really got me though? You know what I'm saying? When Christopher Reeve kept telling his people, "I'm going to walk again."
Oh yeah. And you know what? If he just lived a few more years after, he might have actually, with how far the medical treatment came, he actually might have been able to do it. That's the thing.
He would have been bald because I saw he kept losing his hair.
Yeah, he did.
He could have played Lex Luthor.
Imagine, oh Lord.
That would have been great. That would have been very much a Robert Downey Jr. moment.
You know why he was bold, though, don't you?
Oh wait, nobody.
You know why he was bold.
So I guess I will. If you live long enough, what was it?
You either die a hero or you
live long and see yourself become the villain.
Yeah, that Dark Knight quote.
Internet would have exploded.
It wouldn't have mattered though. He could have just got his ass to Turkey like years later and got a hair transplant.
Oh,
that's true.
Things could have worked out, but I personally feel like God had another plan for him. It is what it is.
God. Yeah, man. God rest his soul.
Well,
he is the godfather of the DC hero screen. He is the godfather of that.
He's the best and one true Superman.
He is the Man of Steel.
I agree.
And sex
appeal. So I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you, everyone, for joining the panel. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. I'm sorry for KL didn't join the StreamYard. I'm sorry.
He just didn't want the smoke. He didn't want
the truth. He didn't want
I gave him the link, so he didn't show.
He didn't want the truth.
He didn't want the truth.
He couldn't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
The truth hurts, man.
The 4K slow didn't want to show up.
Yeah, the 4K slow.
Yo, Truth, thank you for having me, bro. I'll see you in the Discord.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate you having us on. It's been fun, man.
Yes, thank you for coming on. We'll do it again soon. Promise.
Yes, Wallets open July the 11th. Be there or be square, man.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Love you all. Stay safe. And of course, again, if anyone wants to send me a link, all you have to do, just go on my Twitter. Here it is. And just send me a message right here at the Truth31. The DMs are open. I don't bite, I swear. Don't be afraid. Just hit me up. Serve that link. Love you too. Pause, bro. Pause.
No homo, bro.
No.
Take that gay shit to 4K channel.
4K slow. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.
Take care, everyone.